What is going on, good people of YouTube? I'm ImJslay. Thank you so much for joining me, and wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day. Okay, for today's video, man, we are going to be going over my current team in Ultimate Team. This is going to be what I feel, and I'm sure there's other iterations of it, but I'm going to call it the most competitive Atlanta Falcons theme team that you can use in Ultimate Team. I've been using a Falcons theme team probably since the beginning of the year. Really, once all those corners and wide receivers started to come out, it was definitely a lot more beneficial for me to switch to a Falcons theme team. Yes, there are some better ones out there. The Niners, the Raiders, the football team come to mind as some that have been some of the best theme teams in Madden 21. I feel like the Falcons, though, stacks right up there with them. Now, we are not going to be using every single roster spot as an Atlanta Falcon. That doesn't make sense. That's why this is the best competitive Atlanta Falcons, or at least one of the competitive Atlanta Falcons theme teams that you can use. Okay, a couple things, man, before we get into it. First off, if you are new to the channel, if you enjoy the content, man, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton. It's completely free. You can always unsubscribe later on, although I hope you won't do that. Hopefully you'll enjoy being around this little community here, man, and hopefully you'll stick around. Secondly, if you missed my previous video, man, I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video for you to go check it out. If you need some help at the safety position and you are on a budget, like I know we all are, right? Then I would recommend to go check that video out because I bring you my top 3 budget safeties currently in Madden 21. You definitely don't want to miss that one. Okay, finally, man, I have a question of the day for you that I'd like for you to answer in the comment section. Now, the golden tickets, they were lukewarm, to say the least, right? The release of them. There's a couple gems in there, man, but for the most part, the golden tickets did not live up to the hype this year. However, that being said, I'd like to know from you in the comment section, what is your favorite golden ticket? It can be in Madden 21, it can be in Madden 20, it can be in Madden 17. I don't even know if they did golden tickets back then, man, but let me know in the comment section, what is your all-time favorite golden ticket? I'd love to hear from you. Okay, man, starting with the offense, and we're just going to kind of breeze through the O-line here. I've changed it up a little bit since the previous iteration of this Falcons theme team. As you can see, we have Trent Williams playing left tackle, Kelechi Osemele playing left guard, Corey Linsley at the center position. We've made some changes at the right side of the line. We've got Kevin Zeitler at right guard, and we've got Taylor Moton playing right tackle. Now, in my opinion, I don't really think offensive line matters too much. I'm going to talk a little bit on this about the defensive line as well because animations are going to happen, man. Literally, you could probably have 65 pass blocking and you could dominate Jadeveon Clowney for a couple plays and then he's going to get an animation on you, man. It's just how the game works. So I don't necessarily think that these pass blockers and really the pass blocking attributes matter too much. So that's why we did shift over a little bit. Now, I will say I actually think I shifted over and tried to improve the team because Brill Freilich and Lincoln Kennedy, they were kind of falling behind a little bit. I feel like Kevin Zeitler and Taylor Moton has a little bit better pass blocking attributes, but nonetheless, man, that's why I really wouldn't recommend you guys put too much stock in the offensive line, just for the simple fact that it's an animation-driven game, and the offensive and defensive lines, they're pretty much based on animations alone, right? Okay, and for one ability point, I do have Edge Protector on Trent Williams. I only run one Edge Protector on my offensive line right now because I can match up Trent Williams on one of the edge threats that my opponent potentially could have, and then I can simply double team the edge guy on the other side. So that's really the thought process behind that. Okay, man, enough with the big nasties, right? Let's get into the skilled positions, and we actually, starting at the tight end position, have 2 of the best tight ends in the game in Kyle Pitts and in Tony Gonzalez. Now, you might be wondering, why do I have 2 tight ends as opposed to just one usable tight end? I've switched offenses recently. I'm actually in the Jacksonville Jaguars playbook running gun bunch offset. Gun bunch, listen, man, if you've been running trips tight end and you've seen some of my trips tight end scheme videos, first off, thanks for checking out the channel. I really appreciate it. But second off, man, if you have been running the offense, it's a really good offense, but I'll tell you right now, man, make the switch over to a gun bunch. Bunch is just awesome, man. Now, bunch offset doesn't give you a lot of options in the running department, so with the big dime 146 becoming absolute meta right now, what I needed was, I needed 2 tight ends. I needed a tight end that I could use at the tight end position and bunch, and then I needed a tight end that I could sub out wide, a la Kyle Pitts, who has 98 speed. And if I need to audible down and to say deuce close, which is a single back 2 tight end formation, I can do that if my opponent is out in big dime 146. I can make it so when running the ball, those safeties, their speed is drastically reduced. And you can really house a lot of runs from that. And you can force your opponent to get out of one of the best passing defenses in the game right now. That is why I have Kyle Pitts. And that is why I have both Tony Gonzalez at 99 overall. Kyle Pitts is going to man the tight end spot in the bunch formation if my opponent is just running base pass defense. And this dude is absolutely awesome. And for 2 ability points, we have short and elite on Kyle Pitts. Now, been testing this ability out. I've been seeing a few others in the community using this ability. I wanted to kind of see and take a look for myself to see how viable it can be. And I'll tell you something about this ability, man. This is kind of like a lower ability route tech, or a low ability point cost route tech, rather. Because the way this works is, yes, it allows for improved catching on short passes inside the numbers, but what it also does is allows for better route running within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. So when Kyle Pitts is making cuts 10 yards or less in the line of scrimmage, you're going to actually notice the thing lights up a little bit. And it's going to allow, especially for man coverage, him to get an extra step. That combined with the 98 speed, as well as his high acceleration, man, it's going to allow him to beat his guy off the line of scrimmage. Those high man corners, they're not going to stand a chance with this ability on him a lot of the time. So if you've got him on the crossing routes, if you've got him on a slant, if you've got him on a corner route, if he's making those cuts within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, within the numbers, it's actually going to be he's going to run a better route because he has this ability. While we're here talking about short and elite, I want to touch on Julio Jones. We haven't gotten him. It's a Falcons team, man. You know we got the fully upgraded Julio Jones. I've got short and elite on him as well. Okay, and what a good segue, man. We're going to talk about the wide receivers here. Let's go ahead and show you the ones that see the field. We've got 99 overall Julio Jones, 99 overall Braylon Edwards, 99 overall Marvin Harrison. Now, Julio Jones and Braylon Edwards are on the bunch side of the formation. Julio is at the top of the bunch, and then Braylon Edwards is on the far right-hand side of the bunch. Marvin Harrison is always going to be on the short side of the field. The reason for that is we have Playmaker for 6 ability points on Marvin Harrison, and we're going to move him around on whichever side is the short side of the field, because he is going to be the one that we're going to be using at the Playmaker spot, the bunch side of the field. I'm going to utilize those routes, and I'm going to utilize the hot routes that I'm setting out for them, but then Marvin Harrison is always going to be on the bunch side of the field. He's going to always pretty much be running a drag or an in route. That way, if I need the Playmaker him to beat man coverage, he can execute that. Okay, at the running back position, we're going to have Alvin Kamara still. We also have Derrick Henry. Now, this is not the fully upgraded Team Master Derrick Henry, but this Derrick Henry is still pretty awesome. Now, why do we have 2 running backs that are this high overall? Well, number one, if one gets tired, I can substitute the other one in, right? Fatigue is definitely a big thing, especially if you are going up and down the field, right? One of the guys gets tired, I can sub the other one in. But Derrick Henry, man, take a look at him right now. This dude right now, this is not even the fully powered up one, right? But Derrick Henry has 98 speed and 95 acceleration, 98 trucking, and 99 broken tackle. You love to see that. But the thing that stands out to me about this card, believe it or not, you wouldn't think of it, is his weight at 247 pounds. Now, I have heard that the air truck is 245 and up, but I'm here to tell you, Kyle Pitts is 245 pounds. And when I try to air truck with him, man, it just doesn't work the same. Derrick Henry, when I say air truck, man, you're going to know as soon as he gets the ball, you press up on the right stick, he's going to truck in the air. It's going to change his direction, basically avoiding any tackles that could come his way. So you put him on a table route, throw it to him immediately. I've literally seen this Derrick Henry go 50 yards when I was on the 50-yard line just by making that air truck, cutting him inside. He's going to literally run right past the corner and the linebacker. That 98 speed, he may get caught. However, if your opponent has a slower secondary, he's going to outrun them for sure. But this is also a very useful ability down on the goal line as well, right? If you're on the 5-yard line, 3-yard line, something like that. Say your opponent expects you to run spacing switch, and he's got hook zones out on the field. You throw it to Derrick Henry on the table route, air truck once, he's going to be up into the end zone before your opponent has any idea what's going on. 246 pounds and up, I believe, is what the threshold is. Not many running backs that are in the game right now that are that. I think Henry might be the only one. I know Michael Turner's at 244 pounds. I thought I was going to have a glitch with Derrick Henry and Kyle Pitts, but Pitts doesn't really air truck. At least I don't notice it when I'm trying to use him. All right, man, listen, the best quarterback in the game, this golden ticket, Robert Griffin III. I got him for about 530,000 coins. If you got the coins laying around, man, I would recommend this card. Now, it's not to say that he's got the best release. It's not to say that it even has some of the best attributes, right? He only has 98 speed. Lamar's got 99 speed. He does get to 99 throw power once you get play fake maxed out. He does get 99 short and medium accuracy. He only has 98 deep accuracy. However, there's not a lot of quarterbacks in the game that just have stock 99 deep accuracy. If you wanted to go deep on him, he is going to get up to 99 deep accuracy. Throw under pressure is awesome. Throw under run's awesome. Play action awesome. Doesn't have the best release. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid, but it's not on par with, say, Brett Favre. But the thing that makes this card the best one in the game, right, is going to be the fact that you can save on ability points. Check this out. I've got Hot Route Master. I've got Inside Deadeye. And I've got Gunslinger. On this card right here, I believe that should cost most quarterbacks at least about 8 AP if I'm adding this up correctly. And I don't even think a lot of the quarterbacks that have Improviser Archetype even get Inside Deadeye, which is also an absolute glitch. It's pretty much going to light up. It's pretty much going to be a Deadeye pass on just about any pass that you're going to throw. But Hot Route Master at 2 AP, Inside Deadeye at 1 AP, Gunslinger at 2 AP for a total of 5 AP. This card, when it was designed, was actually designed with all of the archetypes in mind. So at each ability slot, you're going to notice that the ability point costs are going to be different. For example, in the first ability slot, if we click on it, Hot Route Master is a 2 ability point ability. If we come over to the 5th ability slot and we go and find Hot Route Master, it's a 4 ability point ability. So, just that example in mind can show you that you can finagle where you put these abilities, and it's going to be less ability points. That's going to allow you to put Playmaker, that's going to allow you to put Short and Elite, Matchup Nightmare, Deep Out Elite, whatever you want to put, Backfield Master, Backfield Mismatch, whatever you want to put on your players, you can save ability points by using this Robert Griffin card. And this card is absolutely awesome. I can promise you that. I've played with him. He is solid. You've seen all your other streamers, all your other YouTubers play with him. This card's very, very good. Okay, defensively, not going to touch on the linebackers, but we're just going to breeze through them, right? I do want to talk very briefly about Sam Mills and Deion Jones. I don't have Lurker activated on them. However, on a linebacker, Lurker's 1 ability point ability. I mentioned Big Dime 146 is one of the best defenses for pass coverage in the game. Now, out of the 46 defense, where you can come out in 3-3-5, audible down to 3-3-5 wide to have your safeties out at linebacker, well, that's not available in the defenses that you can get Big Dime 146. So, if you want to run a defense, specifically the Giants defense, that has 3-3-5 wide and Big Dime 146, you're going to have to put linebackers on the outside of the middle of the defense, right? So you're going to want to have Lurker on them. Now, I've tried this out. I'm not the best at Big Dime 146. I need more practice with it. However, I do have Lurker on these two. It's not activated right now, but if I do switch over to that defense to try to use it, try to test it out, try to see if I can get better with it, that's when I'm going to make use of this ability here. But I still don't use linebackers unless I'm trying to mess around with this. All right, I don't want to touch on the defensive line too much either, for the same reason I just kind of, breezed past the offensive line. Animations are a huge thing of Madden. The offensive and defensive line are definitely no stranger to that, and I feel like you could have a guy with 86 block shed going up against a guy with 99 strength and 99 power, power block, pass block power. And the guy's going to get dominated eventually, right? The guy with 86 block shed is going to just shed him, right? It's going to happen, right? So, however, that being said, I still tried to put some of the best players at each position. I do have 2 Atlanta Falcons in Dwight Freeney and John Abraham. Dwight Freeney plays on the outside at the right end position. I actually slide John Abraham down to play the defensive tackle positions. It gives me a 94 speed, 96 acceleration, 91 block shed guy playing defensive tackle. And then we've got the golden ticket, Jadeveon Clowney. This dude's playing the left end spot. Slide him down from left outside linebacker to play the left end spot in the 3-3-5 defense. I don't know what I was talking about. Abraham's got 95 speed, 99 acceleration. I'm lost my mind. I think I'm thinking of Brian Burns, who has 94 speed and 96 acceleration on a team. Burnsy is one that you want to pick up, man, if you're on a budget. But this Abraham, as you can see, has 95 speed, 90 acceleration. You've seen it already, but it's just, Abilities, so we have El Toro on Jadeveon Clowney. I just don't really notice the defensive line abilities being that great, if I'm honest. El Toro does grant dominant bull rush wins for maximum pass rush points. Who even knows how the pass rush points work? But nonetheless, man, I've got El Toro on Clowney. I've shifted this around. I've put defensive rally, which gives every down lineman an extra pass rushing point on 3rd and 4th down. That seems to be okay. Double or Nothing is way too expensive. Edge Threat Elite is way too expensive. Those are 4 ability point abilities. So we just have El Toro. And then I do have inside stuff on John Abraham. It is a 3 ability point ability. You could get it for cheaper on others. But I like the ability of having, when my opponent is passing, John Abraham being able to draw back into some hook zones with that 94 speed and 96 acceleration. He can definitely do that pretty well against some of the tight ends, against some of the running backs that are going to come across the middle of the field. But inside stuff, we've got that almost as a fail-safe too in case I'm not able to shoot the gap if they don't double-team Abraham on an inside run. All right, man, let's touch on the safeties real quick. We've got Justin Reed, Eric Berry, and Keanu Neal. Now, I don't have the fully powered up Justin Reed, as you can see, but this card is still really awesome. Kicking him down to play safety, I don't notice any block shedding issues too much, right? And especially if you know how to shoot the gaps, it's really not that big of an issue at all. Eric Berry's our user. Love this guy, man. His change of direction compared to some of the other users is off the charts. He's not the tallest, so he's not going to compete with Jeremy Chin, Isaiah Simmons as far as that goes, but I still love this card. And then Keanu Neal plays the other outside linebacker, so I've got Justin Reed on the right, Keanu Neal on the left. All these guys, with the exception of Reed, Reed's at 98 speed. I can go ahead and spend 49,000 training because I don't have his MCS item because I absolutely hate playing MUT draft and squads. I wasn't doing it, bro. So I don't have his full item. I got to use training to power him up. He's at 98 speed, right? But Neal's at 99 speed. Barry's at 99 speed. Awesome at the linebacker position. Man, there is a lot to go over these team videos. I cannot tell a lie. One thing that is absolute truth is the fact that the strength of this Atlanta Falcons team, if you're just talking about straight Falcons players, the cornerback position, Dante Robinson, Brent Grimes, Asante Samuel, AJ Terrell, Deion Sanders, all of these guys see the field. Now, I slide Asante Samuel and Deion Sanders up to play these safety positions. And then I've got at the corner positions on the outside, I've got Robinson and Terrell, and Brent Grimes being a little more shifty, a little more agile, is playing the slot. One of the downsides of this cornerback group is the fact that the tallest guy is AJ Terrell. Now, he is 6'1", so you definitely like to see that. But the majority of them are around 5'10". They do have good jumping, but you get a guy like Braylon Edwards, you get a guy like Mike Evans. Those guys are going to moss them a lot of the time if the ball is thrown good, right? If they're a little bit out of position, right? They're not going to be able to make a play on the ball. So the height is a little bit of an issue with this cornerback group. But you can see, man, they got pretty much 99 at every single attribute that's important. Oh, and by the way, as you can see, we do not have the fully powered up Deion. I don't have coins like that, man. My MUT bank account, you know, it's seen better days, to say the least, and your boy just doesn't have the kind of funds, and just, quite frankly, doesn't play head-to-head often to get enough wins required to get the bank account up. So, we don't have the fully powered up Deion. Alright, man, listen, if you have not, and you are not using Acrobat, you are doing something wrong. Dante, Brent Grimes, Deion, AJ Terrell, Asante Samuel, all for 2 ability points apiece, have Acrobat. This is the best ability in the game. Well, maybe not the best. That's not really a hot take. That's probably going out on a limb because there's a lot of pretty good abilities in the game. Acrobat is nothing short of one of the best abilities in the game, though. This thing, man, it lights up a lot. And I was a little against it back, you know, a few months ago. I was running a lot of mid-zone KOs, and that's really seen a nerf recently. Acrobat, though, I've seen my guys make absolutely ridiculous plays, playing absolutely out of their minds, making plays on balls they got no business to, diving through dudes' bodies. It's crazy, right? But they've been making plays on the ball with Acrobat. If you don't have Acrobat, I got it on all my corners. Every single one. I'd put it on my safeties too, but I think it's like at 3 ability point minimum, which is a little too high. Although maybe I can take... No, I couldn't do that. Toro's 2 ability points. Couldn't take it off Clowney to get that. Anyway, Acrobat, use it on your corners and use it on your corners to play at safety to save on some ability points. Okay, let's talk special teams. Yeah, not very long. Hecker, Morton Anderson, Tyler Bass. That's going to be your special team group with Dion, the corner, returning kicks. I substitute Tyler Bass in for Morton Anderson because he can kick longer field goals. So I'm going to substitute him in, but I got Anderson in there for the chemistries. Here's the specialist. This is just more of the same, what we've kind of already gone over, but just take a look at this screen here. And then the team strategy, I should mention this. I mentioned this in pretty much all of my team videos. If you are looking for an additional player, but you don't have a player to put in a particular position, the head coach, the team stadiums, the uniforms, they all add towards the chemistries. So make sure that you've got the right chemistries coach, the right chemistries uniforms, and stadium in there to help add towards that. And as you can see, Jacksonville Jaguars offense pretty much exclusively running bunch offset. And then we still have the 46 defense. Finally, let's just take a look at the chemistries. I'm not going to go through all these, man. You guys already know. Y'all know what play fake does. Y'all know what lockdown does. You know what each team chemistry does for your players. You know what brawler. You know what sprinter does. You know what all that does. Just take a look, man. We've got sprinter fully maxed out. Falcons fully maxed out. Play fake and lockdown fully maxed up. We got 25 brawlers in order to get the strength for a lot of our players on the O-line up to 95. Man, these videos, they're super fun to make. I feel like they're very informative, but I feel like I'm talking a whole lot during these videos. Hopefully you can take some of that out of this, and I really hope you enjoy the team. I hope you like how I've kind of built it. And hey, Ethan, I saw your comment, brother. I really, really want to make some gameplay content. It's something that I'm going to focus on as we come through the next 2 to 3 months before Madden 22's launch. I really want to get good at commentating, being entertaining while playing. Listen, man, I'm old. I can't do 2 things at one time. It's just not possible. So, trying to play and stay focused on what I'm doing in the game and talk to you guys to be entertaining is something that I've really, really, really got to work at. I've been practicing. I've been trying. It's just a work in progress. So Ethan, man, gameplay is going to be coming. I can promise you that. Hopefully when it does, you guys will tune in. Give me your feedback and let me know. And definitely give me your feedback in the comment section in this video. Anything that I didn't explain properly, something that you liked, something that stood out to you. Or if you just want to say what's up, man, leave that in the comment section. I love interacting with each and every one of you down there. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy the content, man, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton. It's completely free. You can always unsubscribe later on. But like I said earlier, man, I hope you're going to stick around. Really do. And also, don't forget to answer the question of the day. Who's your all-time favorite golden ticket, man? Let me know in the comment section. I'm ImJslay, signing out today. I'll catch you all on my next video.